kind of noticed it, but I didn't think anything of it. So I walked down, I get into the mall. And I'm hanging out in the mall, and I go into a vintage record store called Cultura Retro. And I'm talking to the guys. I'm like, hey, Mickey D, the drummer from the Scorpions, he used to be with Motorhead. They came to my restaurant once, thanks to Steve Lene, who's friends with the band. And it was a complete honor for him to sign my snare drum. And I got this amazing memory of cooking for Mickey in the restaurant. And so they pulled out a old school item from Motorhead in Portuguese.
All right, well, first clarify in Portuguese.
So it's words that I don't know.
No.
Talking about stuff I don't know.
I get all that. You don't know a lot.
No,
of
that's
things.
the English version. The Portuguese is better because they have birds in the background, I think.
The album's not in Portuguese.
I think it is.
It can't be.
I don't know.
I think that the album cover, it's like the Japanese poster I brought you back from Japan.
Yeah.
The poster's in Japanese. I'm assuming, I could be wrong, but I'm assuming that the album cover is in Portuguese.
Since we call you the Inferno Man because your cremation, we learned from Miranda that you're probably going to melt at your final day.
Well, normally at cremation you do melt.
But being the Inferno Man that you are, and you burn bridges with people over the years, do you still have a relationship with Steve Savagno from Audio Technica? Can we get a record player, a vinyl player, so we can find out if this is English or Portuguese? And I'm going to know instantly if I understand the words.
Well, yeah, of course.
I guess we all will.
Yeah, of course.
But the guys who own it, Francisco, and the guys, they were super cool. I put Steve on a face call. He wanted to verify, hey, is that a authentic distributor of merchandise from Motorhead? Is it a knockoff bootleg? Because as we know, bootleg is a thing. If you go to New York, you're not buying a real copy of anything in Chinatown. I mean, when the police come and they box everything up and run down the alley, pretty sure it's not real. So I confirmed with the shop that it is authentic, a licensed Motorhead swag. This, Randy, is your gift, since you always gift so much to the athletes, to my family, to my kids, to the community. That is you getting the receiving end of an authentic Motorhead tour shirt from London while I was in Brazil.
I got to be honest, thank you.
But it says London on it.
Where does it say London?
Well, if you open the shirt.
Well, I don't want to.
Then there's words.
It says England on the front. I got you.
They're in English.
So, Steve, just nod yay or nay. Is this authentic? Is this a real deal? Can I wear that in your presence? Because he gets violent.
He does, because
it's money that's coming out of Motorhead, and he toured with them, and I get all that. But he's always wearing a Motorhead shirt. Always.
So I had to bring you a gift because of so much that you do. And then, as I was making a video for them and helping them get some publicity, I found out that it was International Rock and Roll Day, the day I was in Brazil. So they had the TV come, and they did this big story for them to bring them attention. So they pulled out of their archive this, Jim. And I don't know if it made it back in time. I don't know if it made it back in one piece. But Steve Lene, Rhodey, right? Steve Luna on the internet, right? You added a Y over the time. So Steve.
Right, he doesn't have a microphone, so.
This is because of your generosity, your friendship, because of all the selfless things you do for so many people. I want you to have a gift from the heart from Brazil via England. So that, my friend, is your gift.
So that's the album that you were talking about?
Well, we don't know that. We haven't opened it yet.
You were talking about an album.
I didn't say it was that album.
Oh, my God.
How do you guys know that?
He needs to put the headset on or something then.
Steve, let's get it. I'll hold this.
All right. Tell me what it is.
This is, I believe, because they were speaking in Portuguese and I don't understand.
Why is there 3 dots on the Motorhead where it's normally 2?
What? Oh. Well, yes, I told my mom to make it look just like the album cover. I'm like, we're going to give Steve this really great gift, but he doesn't know it's fake. So, but no, it's Motorhead. It says On Patrol. Have you heard of this album?
He's shaking his head, yes.
Was Mickey a part of this project? No.
Oh. Send it back.
I'll be right back. I'll be back in 2 days. Huh?
He says it's a great album.
So please, unopen it. This is your gift, bro.
Why does he need to open it?
I want to see it. It's like Christmas. Like the joy for a parent is that you get to unboxing. This is what Amazon feels like every day for you shopaholics that wait for packages to come to your doorbell, to your doorstep. Whoa, look at that, Steve-O.
Very cool. In Portuguese. So my question is, this is why I don't think it's in Portuguese. Okay, have you ever heard Lemmy sing?
No.
Okay. I interviewed Lemmy,
Yes.
and I have no idea what he said.
Okay.
So I'm going to say that he could barely sing English. How is he going to sing Portuguese?
Well, the movies down there are dubbed over. Like
Right, I
like
understand
when
that.
we interviewed Chris Cummings, was that his name? The Winnie the Pooh character.
Mm-hmm.
When
I don't think his name was Chris Cummings, but
what was his name?
I think it was like Tom.
Okay.
I don't think Cummings, I believe, is his last name.
But when the voice of Winnie the Pooh 2 weeks ago did the liner for us, and we had this like amazing like you're listening to Knockout Radio, right? Like I played that for everyone in Brazil. Not one person knew that voice because Winnie the Pooh is a different character in Brazil.
Okay.
It's a dubbed over for subtitles.
Okay, I understand that. So what I'm saying, Knucklehead.
This could be dubbed.
Right, if it's dubbed, then it's not Motorhead singing.
Oh, it's Motorhead.
No.
It says right there, Motörhead.
I'm saying that's going to most likely be Motorhead singing, which means it's not in Portuguese. It's like if you name a band, I don't even care, Leonard Skinner.
Rubber.
When you get Leonard Skinner in Brazil,
Yeah.
it's going to be Leonard Skinner singing, and they're going to be singing English. Not
if they don't know the lyrics.
They know the lyrics to English.
Only if they have that shirt on from London, then you know which ones have traveled. But they don't know English down in Brazil.
I understand that, but they
So
know
you don't
that
think
song.
they dubbed it? You don't think they said,
No.
there's a translator, so
No.
they play a riff,
No.
hit the vocals,
No.
and then they're like, I love the way you look tonight. And then they say something, and then
No.
the whole album's back and forth.
You know,
It's like Google Translate.
every time I try to give you credit, you say something stupid.
That's a very thoughtful gift, Randall.
It's very thoughtful. And I don't know who Randall is, but
And just make sure you don't play that at his cremation because it will melt. It's vinyl. Okay. It's like, should we put gloves on?
wait a second. Why are you assuming I'm going to die before either one of you?
Well, I mean, you've aged since I left.
I need to go see a doctor.
But I had to give you something that was, at least from my wife's city, it was a gift for both of you guys from my city. It was a touch to a band that you guys have connection to, a personal relationship with Mickey and Lemmy, who, by the way, his friends, did you know that we call him Lem? We don't call him Lemmy.
I do appreciate the fact that you don't want me to go on a diet.
Yeah, well, so
I need to eat into this shirt.
believe it or not, there's not many Motorhead fans in Brazil.
That looked like a whole Motorhead store.
Well, that was all ACD. It was like everything.
Oh.
So they had one shirt, like a super small one, like it was made, like maybe like a Build-A-Bear. You know, you can, like, if I bought Billy a shirt, I can get it at Build-A-Bear because it's the same size. But for you, I had to get the large.
I got
But
you.
you'll grow into it.
1 hour down. When we